quite interesting.
And there we go. Kalista, I believe this is her fifth straight game picked or banned so far today. I could be off by 1, but I'm pretty sure we're hitting 5 now. Annie removed away from Aphromoo.
I love the new Annie with the speed up for Tibbers when you activate Molten Shield. Even though they took off, you know, Armor and Magic Resist, it just feels so much cooler that you get to speed up Tibbers now. And that very quick initiation taken away from CLG, as well as the Afro Man hooks. No more Blitzcrank.
Aww. Morgana still up if they want it, though. Vi grabbed right away, and yes, they steal the Morgana out the same pick. So there we go. That's going to be less available. Sivir still up if Winterfox wants it. Just saying, we've seen the matchup before. It didn't go too well. Kassadin first pick, though, for Winterfox.
Yeah, very confident Winterfox here. They want Pobelter to be in a position where he can take over the game. Champions like LeBlanc, which is actually banned out, they decided to go to Kassadin instead. See if CLG can properly punish a Kassadin early. We'll see if they decide to do any early moves to gain ward coverage over the jungle, to pressure even the mid turret. There's so many moves that you can take against him early because he does not have wave clear.
And we saw that from teammate. We'll see if we have more coming onto this one. Sivir does get grabbed up against Vi. And Gnar top lane here for Avalon. So we already know all of the lane matchups here for Winterfox. And only one of them is typically strong.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, Kassadin not a weak lane. That's for sure. We'll see what Link decides to run into him because they were very well aware that they're giving away this Kassadin, leaving it up for the first pick. And CLG being on that red side do have the guaranteed counter picks. Now they've got guaranteed counter picks for every single lane, as you pointed out. So it should all be up to the coach here. He cannot complain to anyone. He gets to literally counter pick every single lane.
Pretty much whatever he wants. Nidalee gets grabbed up there. Top or mid potentially, but Doublelift gets Jinx.
Yeah, that's not going to be a lane Vi. While Nidalee can be played pretty much anywhere she wants, Vi does not have a good lane phase against Gnar. So that will be solo lane Nidalee. And Morgana, still possibility of being that top lane or mid lane Morgana. True. But probably the support, I believe, she'll be relegated to.
Depends if they get a matchup they really like here. Kassadin is good at last hitting under turret, which is, I guess, what you're talking about, his laning not being too bad. But
yeah, and when he's versus someone who's a mage, it's a lot easier for him to work around using the shield and, of course, his passive. But the thing is, Nidalee can get a lot of auto attacks off on you early on in the lane phase. So even that Nidalee matching up should be able to take some amount of control for the early stages before he gets to jump.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's pretty healthy of a matchup for Link. He won't get pushed in very easily. Of course, the early Cougar form as well, letting him get away from the Jarvan ganks, and it's not like Kassadin has good gank follow-up anyway. So the full lineup is here. The Janna to help keep the backline alive, but largely this team is only going in from Winterfox.
Yeah. I mean, again, though, it's another Vi here from Xmithie. Into Kassadin, it can be a good pick into Kassadin. If you've got the follow-up damage, I mean, Vi is always a good match with Nidalee because Nidalee's spear hitting is guaranteed by the Vi ultimate, and it's a huge amount of burst if you have the confidence to jump in with Nidalee for the takedown as well. So the 2v2 with Vi and Nidalee is actually really strong when you do hit that level 6. But Vi going into Sivir is definitely not the ideal AD carry to assassinate. So we may see Xmithie actually going for the AP carry, or even the jungle Helios.
And the question is, how well can it get peeled out? Of course, Black Shield does exist, meaning the divers can stay there against Janna. I don't love Morgana against Janna in a lane matchup. I feel like the just AD shield is really strong, but team fight-wise, Black Shield's freaking great, and you can't pop it. Pobelter has to focus the Black Shield to allow Gleeb to ult out. He's the only guy who can do anything about this, so that coordination between mid and support will matter from Winterfox. CLG, though, a lot of different things they can do here, right? They've got the range as well as the hard engage.
Yeah, they've got a well-rounded comp right now, actually. So we already mentioned the Vi plus Nidalee towards mid lane. They can have a really strong siege just because bindings and spears coming out, always really hard to dodge under turrets. But they can also take those turrets very quickly because they also have Jinx. So
it's going to be interesting to see. Team fights will be a fun thing to watch. The siege is, of course, likely to be very good for CLG. But we're going to be checking in during the game to see who you think is going to have the momentum. So keep tweeting at LOL Esports, use the hashtag WFXWin or CLGWin, and we will continue to update the fan vote throughout the game. Winterfox looking largely for team fights. They have a little bit of individual playmaking,
And pretty much all of their wave clear, a lot of that burden is going to be shouldered by the AD carry here. So Altec with Sivir. If Altec does not have, you know, a good early phase, then CLG can start knocking down objectives.
Yeah. And as we talked about, they're good at this. So Winterfox survived the early game. Can you do it? You showed your solo lanes and your AD carry first. Chronologic Gaming, assuming they went for strong lanes here, and by and large, I think they did.
Yeah. Link is, by the way, this is one of Link's, if not his favorite champion. Definitely one of his top 3. Been playing Nidalee for years and years and years.
Yeah. One of the other standbys, though, is Altec, and facing Doublelift can be intimidating. So he came up with a strategy to help him manage that matchup.
The first time I played against him in scrims, every time I look at his name bar, I'm like, oh crap, I'm really scared. But now I learned to take off name bars and just like play champion versus champion rather than say play player versus player.
Yeah, that's a tip that a lot of pro players have used. Doublelift himself uses that tip. Takes off the name bars so that it doesn't affect the way that he plays the game. Some of those, though, I mean, if you have enough self-control, I actually like leaving them on and playing to the person, because you can play around the personality of the player that you're actually playing against.
Yeah.
As long as it's not, you know, you're being intimidated by this person, so it's obviously detrimental.
Yeah.
I think it's added information that you can use to your advantage if you're in that mind space. However, a lot of people scared of Doublelift, so I have to take that one off. It's just a Jinx this game, Freak. Don't get upset.
No, it's fine.
Jinx, you know, easy pickings for Jarvan, right? Just call my jungler.
Yeah, just gank him all the time. No big deal. Just, you know, hope the Black Shield them and get away. I actually just remove name bars because they feel cluttersome to me. They block out that, you know, 12 pixels per character that I want to see of the ground. Aphro and Doublelift, they're going to take the Gromp to start this out, though. Looks like they did manage to get level 2 on Doublelift, so no shared XP. Aphro did chug a potion for that, though.
So they start the Gromp. They had the D boards down to see the lane allocations. Ooh. Extra level 2 on Doublelift. He's able to win that trade easily with Altec. Ooh, takes another. That rocket was actually just bonus for them. Altec walking back in a little bit too close. And after one trade and Gromp experience,
maybe just put names back on. By the way, Doublelift, good at harassing you in lane. He'll punish every CS.
So we did see the reason there, giving the extra experience wholly over to Doublelift, I guess. It's because Aphromoo, well, I guess he started Puddle, actually, so there wasn't even the threat of binding there.
That's actually what I personally like that a lot more, going Puddle first on Morgana, because you get guaranteed damage output. Binding's pretty easy to dodge early on in the lane. You can't really manipulate the wave, anything special. Wow, Link, though. Nice damage, hops out. But yeah, like, you just trigger all 3 like Spell Thief's Edge procs for, what, 30 bonus damage?
So yeah, that's not really what I was questioning. It would be if you gave level 2 completely to Jinx and you had your Morgana start binding, then it's a huge amount of pressure that you have when you get into lane. Because as he landed the slow, it would be an easy follow-up.
Yeah, you have to wait till this, what, the end of the first wave, though, and of course they weren't there yet. So I still like it. There's pros and cons to both, of course, here. And CLG just pushed up against the turret. Only, I believe, 3 CS missed so far by their pushing. Considering you missed 2 just by doing the Gromp in the first place, that's nearly perfect by these guys. And a very rough start for Altec here. One of the champions who actually needed to do well on this Sivir.
Xmithie going with a very long route here through his jungle. And there it is, the pressure of the Jinx plus Morgana. If you get hit by one of their CCs, even if they start out with just the slow from Jinx, piles on very quickly. Easy to get those mines down on top of a binding that gets hit.
Yeah. Just a misplay by Altec, though. To miss Spell Shield on Jinx binding is just a severe misplay. There's so much time to prepare for those. And it cost Altec his flash. So again, a very rough bot lane. Mid lane is actually close. We saw one good trade by Link, but Pobelter is holding on so far.
Oh, that bottom lane is really painful. He had to back and just buy boots. Very, very little combat effectiveness. Hopefully it will help him dodge, because he does not have a flash now. He's going to need to make use of those boots to avoid skill shots in this lane versus Rush Hour. All right, Helios going to visit his brother here.
Ooh, that's it. Knockup flashed away from Zion very low. Will they dive the turret? Looks like nothing else thrown out. But Zion loses 400 health in a flash.
Yeah, Gnar not level 6, so although he is Mega, he is not able to use his ultimate. And there will be no stun under turret. Xmithie immediately coming up to be in the vicinity just in case there's a repeat gank. He can easily farm double golems, or Krugs as they are now, and wait around for Jarvan. Ooh, they just pass. So now that is actually an example of ships passing in the Night Freak.
You know what? Whatever.
Oh, he missed the stun! Zion stuns a ranged minion.
How about that? Was that ships passing?
No, because they saw each other. All right,
okay.
So since they passed without seeing each other, Helios does end up standing.
Exhaust. Wow, what a great spell shield to take it back, Altec. That was sick.
All right, so he spell shields the flash binding, but not the... Oh, coming to help to shove this wave in, actually. Interesting extra pressure up here bottom.
I'm a little bit surprised they actually shoved it like that.
Like, I'm not sure what the goal is. Zion out of flask charges? No, he's got 3 left.
He would have.
So
no, he would have chugged if he, because he's injured already. Unless he really, really wants to stun. I'm just sort of surprised that they chose to shove, because he could have like held the freeze and recalled back early. But
well, now it does mean the top lane's extended. Xmithie leaves the area. This is an opportunity for Helios to revisit. However, they've been spending so much time up there, he probably just figures it's warded by this time. Zion does go back. So they shove, allow him to back, and by his Sheen. Yeah. So he's got the burst damage.
Sheen, 175 gold awards and 2 health potions was the pickup there. Shove to give him some more time to walk back, and then teleport. So TP down until about 12 minutes into the game. Avalon shoving pretty hard himself. He is not bought yet, though, and ZionSpartan with the Sheen going to do a lot of damage here. There is no flash for Zion. Is up for Avalon, and it means Gnar gets away.
Timely aggression from Zion. Like how he plays this matchup, teleporting right back as soon as he has his Sheen. No Gnar bar charged up, so he's not in danger. Altec doing much better now. Spell shields the binding, dodges this Jinx slow, and then dodges one more binding. So the boots are paying off for him, even though it was an early buy. Also, by the way, I really want to commend Link on his Nidalee. Not only was he able to leave his lane, but he was able to get some very deep wards down using Nidalee's jump. He got deep into the jungle of Winterfox, placed that pink ward you can see behind the red. So it is giving him vision right now of Helios' movements. And he also even placed one down by Krug. So he's warding. Link is warding for the bottom lane here. Because Doublelift and Aphromoo are doing so well, it's actually the mid laner who took time out of his lane phase to go get that vision down for the team. Did cost them in pressure versus Kassadin, though, so we may see that come back to bite them if Pobelter does get an early kill, if he starts roaming around here. Giving freedom to Kassadin anytime is very scary.
Right, it's a 15 minion lead. That's actually pretty rough. You don't typically see advantages that large. Of course, in the bot lane, we see exactly something bigger. Of course, Doublelift and Aphro are doing well. And we'll see as the lopsided lanes continue to match up over time. Early recall for Pickaxe came in for Doublelift, so cashed in his lane advantage early on.
And they are just not letting up here. Like I said, they've got those deep wards so that they're very confident to continue their pressure down in bottom lane. Oof. He's using the item advantage to pressure the turret. And they don't even have to call Xmithie. Xmithie, again, he's going to go mirror Helios up here. Whenever you have a pink ward in that tri-bush, jungler should be on the top side. Because you really need to defend those pink wards early. And it's a really easy way to start up a fight, especially... Uh-oh. This is a good counter gank here. Let's see how Helios can actually use the bush.
All right, here we go. It's going to be the brother fight in the top lane. Xmithie takes a bunch of damage. They trade back on towards Helios. Everyone losing so much health. First blood comes in for ZionSpartan. Avalon trades back.
So that should have gone much better for Winterfox since they had the brush advantage and CLG were unaware. CLG still hit their skill shots while Winterfox missed theirs. So able to get the first blood before the return kill is actually picked up. That could have gone much better for Winterfox.
Yeah, now both top laners have red buffs, so that's going to be all kinds of fun. Still no flash for Zion, though. Has to be a little bit wary of a slow chain. And so far, nothing really extra gained. Both junglers died. They gave the red buffs to the respective top laners. These guys still duking it out. No other map pressure really gained here. CLG otherwise, though, up 1,000 gold roughly from the laning phase.
Yeah. Bottom lane as well as top lane, putting in a lot of work here, making up for the only 10, only 8 now for mid lane.
We'll see if that changes as Pobelter gets himself a blue buff, though Link has the same, meaning a lot of mana to heal himself. Bot Link goes down from the 2-on-2 pressure.
So Link, it looks like Link is building a Rod of Ages first here. Yeah, turret does go down, gets excited, should be fine. But yeah, Link going with the Rod of Ages, interesting build here for Nidalee. Maybe he will be jumping in a bit more with the extra health that that will provide. Dragon though, seeded over, so much bottom lane control, fairly hard to collapse here for Winterfox, especially since they didn't have much vision. Helios finds that he's been had.
Yep, there's the ward. Can he kill it in time? I think the answer is yes. ZionSpartan though gets a stun on Avalon. Again, he has red buff here and has a matching flash, but can Avalon kite him? No.
So every time we pan up here, we pan up at the exact time that Avalon has just run out of his Gnar. And so he's not in range of turning into Mega.
Whoa, wow, the flash engage. Gleeb's got to be careful. Black shield on Aphromoo. Whoa, no. Misses the flash. That's the kill. The Doublelift doesn't even ult for it. Knows it's his.
So we've seen a couple of fail flashes just today at that exact wall. Both that one as well as the mirror on top side. It's very hard to get over. You have to get it right up against the wall. But this one does end up costing Gleeb his life as well as his summoner spell. And CLG take the opportunity for their mid lane to actually roam top instead. So Avalon under more pressure. Link is on the way. If that spear hits.
Oh, Avalon misses the Gnar. Great jump away by ZionSpartan. Picks up the kill. Good execute by Link.
Yep. Takedown still connects, even though the flash away. Doublelift. Fire the rocket as soon as the skirmish started. Too far away for it to get there in time. Again, Link leaves lane. Pobelter gets a little bit more CS on Kassadin, and his rod is done.
Nice little bind, Pobelter. Oh my God, the damage output.
Nice little bind, huh? That's how it always starts.
How long till he starts pulling Morgana bans in this game? Winterfox does manage to push back the bot lane.
He pulled a Blitz ban.
Yeah, hey, I want to see the Morg bans too. ZionSpartan knocked up. Still the pressure is on. He's heavily aggressive. Aphromoo comes in. Nice spell shield by Altec, but Helios got to be a bit careful. So low on health, picked up by Zion.
Zion, beautiful play. He waits for Jarvan to hit him to get lower health, then he can stun. Doesn't use it early for the slow. They pick up the kill onto Helios. CLG, massive, massive commitment to the bottom side. See if they follow through with this one. It looks like 2 recalls already. They will not shove for the turret.
So CLG playing awesome. ZionSpartan in his 3rd different champion in 3 games, this time on a split push or solo carry. And I know over the last year, Irelia started maxing their E first for the longer duration stuns. What I'm not used to is maxing Q second. Normally, I think you max Q10 style second for the true damage to sustain. He's just getting more burst. This will help him one-shot casters to set up stuns in the back line, and also just lower cooldown dashes for team fights. It's just, maybe that's the new standard. I just haven't seen it before.
Well, definitely working out for him. Zion's been performing on all 3 of those different champions that he has played. Seems really to be thriving in the new environment on CLG. These guys meshing really well. Xmithie also coming back to professional play that quickly. Really surprising a lot of people in the jungle.
He's already one of the top performers.
Definitely my favorite jungler in North America as he picks Vi over and over again. Oh, Altec with Aphromoo. Nobody hits.
Ships in the night.
Damn it, they saw each other again.
Yeah, they have lights on.
All right, they're going to head mid lane here and try and take advantage of the poke. Woo!
He's going to need to heal.
So, yeah, Link with the Rod first build here. I mean, similar stacking mechanic to Tier, but it is going to give him extra health, extra confidence to jump in when he does hit one of those spears for a takedown. Whoop. Immediate turn to cat form after he throws spears as well, by the way. Wow. Always looking to capitalize.
Every time CLG goes up for a turret, someone's flanking around the backside to see if they're defending. Winterfox does back out safely, though.
They have Black Shield, so Doublelift should be fine, just walking away. Did you see how CLG were... Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Avalon going to take a decent amount of harass.
Oh man, he's
here.
going for it!
He's got flash!
Zion! Careful!
Use it defensively.
Aphromoo does go down though. Nice spell shield by Altec, but here comes the ulti. Pobelter flashes away, but the kills might come in regardless. Get excited, time's out. The shield and the flash in by Xmithie. Now Gleeb is in a really bad spot. Already burned the ulti, no flash available. One last rocket, 9-2 CLG.
CLG cleaning up. Remember to start that entire sequence off. It was CLG first to group. All right, Helios though gonna have a hard time getting out of his own
he
jungle.
stayed for the Gromp. I don't
tough.
know why. Smites the camp away, heals himself, but that's an ace now for CounterLogic Gaming.
That was the quickest ace that I have seen in quite a while.
Yeah.
CLG. So remember how they started that out. CLG grouped first. They pressured mid with everybody. Zion was actually halfway through the jungle. Then they kill the turret, immediately disperse. Winterfox are 2 steps behind them. As CLG are already dispersing and retreating, then they start to group mid, and actually they're the ones who have to split, and they get caught out. Really good move there from CLG, capitalizing on Jinx reset potential. Kill after kill, and Gleeb just got too close trying to save his teammate.
Man, so pretty darn good game from CounterLogic Gaming. Already up 8,000 gold 16 minutes in. A gigantic lead for these guys. Dragon in 15 seconds. So far, they've really not let Winterfox do almost anything.
All right, so let's take a look at how it started off. Just basically Kassadin being Kassadin. He jumps in. Here comes Xmithie for the answer. As we saw, they were trying to time that double ultimates there. Good effort, but didn't go through. They ended up getting a kill anyway. By the way, Xmithie went with the Q and then flash. You get more range that way, just a little bit less surprise factor. But Kassadin had just used his jump, so no big deal there.
Gnar goes off ZionSpartan in the top lane with 3 guys.
They just had Jarvan up there, yeah.
Yeah, but Gleeb was up there as well, so these guys might just go for top lane outer turret as payment for this Dragon. That is the case indeed. Top outer goes down. Dragon traded. Xmithie, pretty easy pickup. Link, though, in bottom jungle. CounterLogic Gaming just putting so much emphasis on the bottom side of the map now, knowing there's nothing going on elsewhere.
And Link's pink ward that he placed at the beginning of the game is still sitting there inside the jungle, providing them a lot of confidence to continue to make plays down on the bottom side of the map. Everybody going to swing down here for CLG, though. ZionSpartan has his teleport, so he'll just clean the top wave while they pressure. Now, CLG would like to disengage if Winterfox decide to create something here. They need to buy time for the teleport to complete.
Uh-oh. Jinx rocket. Ooh. Man, so much pressure, though. It's got to be hard to be a Winterfox player here. You're constantly getting assaulted by skill shots. When one hits.
Yeah, they really need Pobelter to get back. Now, the secondary turrets here obviously do provide the shield to help prevent the poke, but Link right now hitting very close to home.
Ward's getting cleared. Xmithie threatens.
CLG's got to be fairly careful now. Kassadin has returned from the fountain. Really, all they want to do is buy time for their split push Zion to actually gain ground. He's almost at the turret. You can see they're playing defensively. They immediately retreat into this jungle that they have fully warded. So this is Winterfox territory, but it has all vision for CLG. So they can easily retreat into that jungle. And it's scary for Winterfox to chase them because they don't know what angle Zion will come at them from.
Yeah, well, he's finally visible in the top lane. He's 1v1 up against Avalon at the top lane tier 2 turret. So life still difficult for this Winterfox crew, though Irelia sieging a turret in front of an enemy champion. Not likely to be successful. So what is CLG going to actually do? Xmithie caught out. Thankfully for him, no knockups land and interrupt the queue. His flash was down, so if like Jarvan flag and dragged him, that was a kill.
Yeah, Jarvan was close. Helios didn't want to fully commit, though. As we said, CLG taking control of that jungle. Don't know what's behind door number 2. Double pink wards up, and that should mean CLG are able to take one of the secondary turrets here. Doublelift has got his static shiv combined with his Infinity Edge now, so added on the extra crit. This is a pretty big difference between Sivir just sitting on plain Infinity Edge without even upgraded boots.
Yeah.
The Jinx has much more carry power as far as the next team fight is concerned.
Damage output way the heck higher from CLG Gaming right now. The question is just what they try to do with this lead. When we saw Team Liquid do this, it was heavily around vision control, split pushing, and then setting up things like a Baron sneak.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's CLG's map to work with. Because Winterfox have this short-range Sivir AD carry, and they do not have range from either their mid laner or, most of the time, their top laner, it's very, very hard for Winterfox to actually siege up and pressure anything. Them being behind means they have to 100% play reactively. What Winterfox are hoping for is an overcommitment from CLG and Sivir ultimate to capitalize. Winterfox are all about chasing somebody down who's out of position. Kassadin and Sivir and Janna. All of these. Speed boosts and extra jumps. But for that to happen, they have to have some sort of vision on their own territory and catch CLG.
Wow, be careful. This is a lot of damage from Zion. He burned the Q early. The cooldown's already back. I don't think Pobelter expected that at all. The Q is up from killing the minion.
Too.
He's going to get jumped on again. Zion doesn't go for it. Not enough vision.
Barely got around that corner for Bago War.
Though, look at this. Avalon does dodge that slow. Yeah, Zion is able to actually duel so much better because of the Q max.
Second game that we've seen. Huge, huge. Oh, here it goes. There's the Sivir ultimate. And the binding. Aphromoo stuffs him.
And forces a flash away from someone all the same. Xmithie and Aphro. Running away. In comes Gnar. Two-man ulti. Aphro ults, Black Shields himself, I should say. But Avalon forced to run. His team wasn't there. Alone.
So, three-man Gnar ultis. Really scary, right? But no follow-up. So, disconnect here between the teams. And this is the team, Avalon. Basically, this team mostly communicates in Korean. Okay, this is going to be another Bush attempt. Very dangerous to go chase it, but that ward saves the life of Altec as he does not go to face Baron. Should be an easy Baron here for CLG then. As we said, Jinx extremely strong right now, and that's a pretty easy neutral objective to take.
And down goes Baron Nashor, 22 minutes in. Uh-oh! Winterfox checking a bit late. Helios jumps the wall, still going to drop. I don't know why they limp in when it's been gone for that long, but another kill for CLG Gaming. Helios honestly making some very strange choices this game. ZionSpartan flashes! He wants Pobelter. There's the Rift Walk away. A lot of damage in. Zion! Oh, man.
Very nice cleanup there from Link. Now, notice what Zion did, by the way. Activate your W so that you can Q to that ranged minion immediately for the extra range, and that will immediately kill it as well for the reset. Look at the advantage. This is the second game in a row. Huge, huge bully as far as one of the team's AD carries is concerned. And just off of this bottom lane control, CLG a massive amount of control in the entire game just because the bottom lane's so strong.
Well, they're going to try right here, though. 5v4. Gnar, it's a couple of people, and the turret's gone, though. So in comes the fight. Helios very, very low, but he will get away. Xmithie forced to run out. Binding hits Altec again, and Pobelter picks up a kill onto Xmithie. Now Doublelift running away. Avalon lands a stun. Can they kill Jinx? Yes! Pobelter starting the cleanup crew. Avalon is alive somehow. ZionSpartan dives in, but Helios saves his life, making him a shin guard. And now Winterfox. 3-0.
All right. Overextension there from CLG. The door's open for Winterfox. They can let a little bit of hope in. However, inhibitor turret down. That was the main objective here for CLG. Those things incredibly hard to crack. Let's see if Winterfox can actually gain that dragon. Looks like Helios headed over towards. Very dangerous, though. All right, so Gnar ultimate does stun one. Two got shoved over. Xmithie starts off the really deep dive, going for Helios there, but nobody wanted to follow it up. Then, again, we already talked about the chase of this Winterfox team. Kassadin plus Janna plus Sivir. Even though the Sivir ultimate ran out, Pobelter with 2 re-engages on Kassadin, able to pick up a couple kills. And it looks like they grabbed that dragon. Even though it was dangerous, they went for it. And CLG seemed to be just chucking gold at Winterfox.
Oh, man. Over-aggression by Link. The Black Shield finally wears out in a knockout from Gleeb. Oh, Jinx ult. It hit him.
And it did, and it put him in combat, so his mobility boots were set to in combat, very slow speed for a couple of seconds, and he decided to wait on Fountain for a while.
No,
Ping down here onto Xmithie. Can they pull off another pick? This can easily change the more. Okay, so he's going to back out. They don't get to get another pick. But those chain picks and those chain solo deaths can definitely wear on a team. As long as CLG are able to remain calm, though, they still have a substantial lead and should be able to finish it out. Winterfox going to try and hashtag tilt them. The classic, classic strategy.
We'll see. CLG, though, 10,000 gold lead. Looks like they should be pretty happy on this one. Winterfox, though, maybe can rally off some glimmers of hope.
Yeah, I have to say, this is actually a little bit disturbing for CLG. Remember last week, they had such a good early game, and their conceptual game was so strong that their small mistakes didn't matter later in the game. It looks to be a similar case this time around. However, you do have to worry if they keep on doing this, somebody is going to capitalize on those later game mistakes. And what happens if they don't have that really strong conceptual game to start it out, and they still have these problems?
And I mean, think about the champions here, right? Like, Gnar's going to get practically invincible. Kassadin's still scaling up, only at 2 big items, by the way, so far. There's a lot of room to grow for Winterfox if they can stall this out, if CLG does fail to close it.
It'll be a long, long time here for Winterfox to stall out, but
you talked about what if CLG
got hope. Yeah.
Starts being worrisome. And this is just, you know, all we're looking at right now. Blue Elixir for Nidalee. Baron comes up in about 3 minutes. Maybe that's the next step for CLG. They're very far away from Dragon 5.
So definitely control over that side of the map should be the next step. And they've definitely done that. If they just clean this entire blue side of wards, bindings and spears.
Great tornado.
Winterfox will have to go through their own jungle, but it's a booby-trapped jungle. They're going to have to walk through a whole bunch of dangerous skill shots to get to that Baron. So CLG have very easy Baron control because of the amount of pink wards they've placed here on the blue side.
And Helios loses a third of his health.
If they can get this inhibitor first, then that will make it that much easier.
And here's the attempt. Jinx going to be the primary lifting here. Zion lands a slow, whatever. Binding dodged. Spear still trying. Inhibs do slowly regenerate, but CLG are making progress, especially on the health bars of Winterfox. They're going to back out even farther here. The persistent poke working very well.
Altec doing his best to wave clear. Remember we mentioned the poor wave clear here from Winterfox. It's pretty much all up to Altec.
Hold on, though. Xmithie forced a flash out of this one. Black Shield is on as well. Winterfox Avalon does have Mega Gnar right about now. In comes the Narvan combo. Massive stun. Doublelift goes down. Aphromoo in the front lines. 2 kills picked up for Altec. 1 traded back from Link. ZionSpartan chase in the back line. 2 more revenge kills. 3 dead from Winterfox, but Xmithie is already gone. Link and Zion are trying, and it's gonna be enough. Avalon forced to turn tail and run. Link, Javelin. But it still opens up the base. These guys can take the inhibitor down and more. There's the ace from Link. 15 seconds on the respawns. Will CLG pick up anything more?
It looks like they should probably just be content with what they just achieved. I mean, that was a glimpse into what Winterfox could do with this composition if they weren't so far behind. The chase was exactly what we expected. Great Narvan combination that they were able to pull off. However, Link and Zion turning it around at the very end there. Let's take another look here. So Xmithie gets caught out to start this one off. See who actually goes in to finish him off. Is it Pobelter who dives really deep? Helios for the Cataclysm. Avalon jumps right in at the perfect time. He's the one who catches Xmithie in the Gnar ultimate. And then Altec can finish him off. Back here, Pobelter gets destroyed by the double solos. And this is the really nice turn here because they go around the corner, set it up with the stun here from Zion for an easy spear. And man, the burst from Nidalee, if that spear hits, very easy for the takedown to eliminate their AD carry.
Catching Altec was big. And of course, Pobelter dying very early on. Interestingly, we typically see Kassadin's get an early Zhonya's Hourglass.
I was just thinking his Zhonya's.
Yeah, but it's Deathcap Void Staff.
Not there.
For what it's worth, though, if we're going to think about this build, I think it makes sense when you're behind because you need burst to get something to happen and say, well, if I get caught, we were going to probably lose anyway. So I do respect the lack of Zhonya's build. Aphro, though, a bit caught out. Baron got picked up, though, which means Winterfox runs away. They see Zion get him to half HP. Winterfox are getting some progress in the health bars. But the problem is Avalon now into Mega Gnar. 18 seconds until he turns back.
Problem is they've lost position on mid lane. They're going to get shoved down, and that's a Baroned up team. This mid is dead. There is no way that they can actually come close. Bindings and Spears will fend them off from the side. Jeez. And that should be an eliminated turret.
Giant heals from Link means Aphro's back to full HP. Middle inhibitor going to go down right away as well. The recall's just now complete by Winterfox, and CLG, they're not done. They're looking at Nexus turrets right now, but the wave clear, of course, does exist. But here comes the auto attacks. Turret number 1 going to be going down. This could be the game-ending push. Altec down to half. Avalon mini Gnar for quite some time, but the minion wave is gone, and back goes CLG. Link does have mana. Pobelter does not have health. Wave number 2 coming in from the top lane. Super minions, again, buffed up with the Baron as well, means they will die incredibly slowly. Here's the next attempt. Avalon caught out by Bindings. He goes down. Belter on the side pushes back Xmithie with the turret. Gonna be attacked. Pobelter drops 2 for nothing. In comes the dive to the back line, but Jarvan can't do much of anything. Gleeb knocks 1 back in, make that, yeah, just the 1 guy actually. 3 versus 1 death, and now the push in for the Nexus. This is gonna be the game ended 31 minutes in. CLG with a fast one. Control nearly from start to finish.
Yeah, dominating performance, especially by the bottom lane here of Counter Logic Gaming.
Oh yeah.
Doublelift and Aphromoo once again proving themselves to be a giant threat. Zion as well, strong performance up top. Link on his Nidalee is one of his favorite champions.
9-1-7, like absolutely incredible scoreline. Up against Pobelter, many players coming into this would have thought that Pobelter's the better mid laner. The lane was close. Pobelter was ahead in CS, but Link, obviously a great individual performance all said. All of CLG, I would say, playing a very good game as well.
And that's the key. We've said so many times, it's not just the bottom lane anymore. All of CLG very strong in their individual roles. And Winterfox, some definite room for improvement, but it was just because they got behind so much early, I believe. They showed in the end some good execution of their combo.
Yeah.
Lane phase, though. A little bit of work to be done.
Too many good plays by CLG, too many slight missteps by Winterfox. You talk about the top lane counter gank. Should have been free because of the brush advantage. Missed skill shots. Darn, that's too bad. Bot lane, just Altec getting chunked, not respecting Zap whatsoever. Missing spell shields, losing his flash because of it. So many just individual, just the one-time misplays. Sets your lane back, makes your life more difficult, and enough those accrue, CLG stays ahead.
Yeah. So really, you know, pretty clean execution, except for a couple little over